Good morning, good morning. 7 a.m., June 5th. Had a great morning today. Went for a run in a new park that I just discovered, McCormick Park. It's in Greenpoint. Beautiful, beautiful park. I had a great workout there this morning. And I just so happen to have the energy and enthusiasm today to pull something out and make a quick video. I've been wanting to make a video about what I do and the marketplace right now. I'm in real estate in Brooklyn right now, and it's a pretty crazy market. I've been here for about 2 years, so not that long. Not even 2 years yet. I've probably been here about maybe a little over a year. So let's say 15 months or so. Um, I was doing residential real estate on Long Island. Uh, that was a lot of fun. Residential sales, I should say. There's less rentals on Long Island, and I do more rentals here in Brooklyn. I like it. It's high volume. It's great. It's a grind, so it's for me. Uh, but yeah, the market's been weird. I worked over the winter. Obviously, it was dead. Nobody knew if the market was going to come back alive. I thought that was a little bit scary, only because of the way the stock market dropped in December. Um, but since I've been in real estate, there's been this ongoing inventory crisis. I think that's probably at an end by now. I know, people still say that they're looking for the good stuff, that the good stuff, the stuff that's priced right, is still flying, and there's still definitely certain areas where you can demand a little bit of a higher price. But from what I've seen, for the most part, most landlords who had an idea of what their property is worth, a lot of times ended up selling. I'm seeing a lot of Bushwick, inflation in Bushwick. Prices in Bushwick are comparable to places in Williamsburg, places in even in a little bit in downtown Brooklyn. Because the winter was so bad, even you could get a pretty decent price this winter. If you're moving in the wintertime, it's a good time to move in like February or so. I mean, I think that's when you're probably going to get your best deal. But we had a pretty crazy rush in June. There was a scramble at the end of June. Had a lot of people who were desperate for apartments. So I mean, people are moving. People are still moving. This year, actually, April was my best month probably so far. April was amazing. I was, ready for it. Because I just worked straight. I never took vacation or anything like that. So April was a pretty crazy. May was not as good. I probably didn't do enough prospecting during May because during April, I was so busy going on showings. I had so many listings. I don't know where all the other agents were, but I had a ton of listings, easy rentals, just money left on the table. Um, but then May was a little bit slow. So, I mean, that's just, this is just from me in my office too. I'm sure other people had a better experience. But yeah, I mean, right now you're looking, I would say in Bushwick, the average two bed is probably going for like 2,200 for some pretty decent sized two beds. I know landlords are trying to get 23, 24. I don't know. That's to me that's a little bit high if there's no garden or if there's no outdoor space or laundry. in the unit. Um, Let me think. One beds for under 1,000, for under 2,000 are always hot. 1,800's a good price in Bed-Stuy. I'm always looking for those. If you're a landlord, you got a $1,800 apartment in Bed-Stuy, give me a call right now. Um, I just kind of happened to move to Williamsburg. I was lucky enough I was blessed with friends who helped me move here to Brooklyn, so I don't have to commute anymore. I was commuting all last year from Long Island, and it almost killed me, but we did it. I would still do it. I would do it again, but it's definitely not preferable. Like I just came, I got a second job. Um, I have way more time. I'm meeting way more people. It's been a nonstop roller coaster ride, but I really want to try to stay focused on real estate and make this money before the season's over. Um, so yeah, yeah. Studios, you're looking at like 1,600 maybe. We got one actually in Bushwick right now for 1,675, 1,650, um, for like a small little studio. And we just moved a one bed over there for like 1,900, uh, for like a pretty big one bed. So yeah, I mean the prices right now. Uh, like I said, prices are doing okay. People are still moving, still confidence in the market. As far as I saw recently, I had a owner tell me he sold his two family in Bed-Stuy by Von King Park for I think a little bit over 1 million. Maybe he got 1.1 for it. I mean, we're talking you need a little bit of it needed some renovation. Not crazy, definitely livable, but need a little bit of renovation. But I know a lot of people were asking, the investors were offering him like 900. And I think he got what he wanted around like a little over 1 million. But I mean, he's in a nice area too, in Bed-Stuy, not far off the G train. Um, I think hopefully an end user, probably not an investor, came and paid him a little bit extra, just for the location and what he wanted. The property was on the market for a little bit too, so it didn't move super quick. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of two families asking, a lot of people asking 1.3 for their little two family or whatever, or some people are just asking like ridiculous prices because, they're in Williamsburg. They think their little two family is worth some crazy price. Condos are hot right now. I think in Williamsburg you're getting there's still a high demand for condos for like even one beds starting at like 1 million, maybe in like in a nice like you're getting a nice building, nice condo and building. I don't know if you want a little spot in Williamsburg, just a little bit off of the city. It's pretty nice, and I don't know if you got $1 million to drop. Power to you. I don't know. I think condos are definitely way better for people that don't know what they're doing as far as with the housing, with the house. Like if you don't know how to renovate your house, just I would suggest probably just getting a condo. Like you don't need the aggravation. There's so many people that just want a piece of property today. The mania is crazy. They're just paying whatever for it. They think that. Um, they're gonna get this crazy rent price. I've heard, yeah, I've already heard stories of people going into foreclosure because they thought the rent prices were gonna be higher, and they purchased the property at too high a price. I guess the banks, I don't know what the banks are doing, but yeah, the prices are there's just the demand is not there, and there's a crazy glut. So you got to really scrounge both the renters and the sellers. I mean the renters and the buyers. They got to really sift through a lot of kind of like overpriced listings right now. I mean the prices are high and they're just sitting on the market. Uh, the prices are high based on the rents. If you have a couple three beds and you think you're getting 3K for them, but right now you're getting more like 27 or 25. I mean, it's rough. So I don't know. That's my little market update. I'm preparing for the the stock market looks like it's hanging on a thread right now. It did jump 500 points yesterday, so I thought that was interesting. On the fourth, it had a pretty horrible like last week. I think it closed down last week, and might have even closed down on Monday, but then Tuesday had a crazy jump. Um, I don't know if it was enough to make up the losses. I got to look at the chart. But yeah, we'll see what's going on. I don't know. Oh yeah, actually, what's happening while that's happening was because on Friday or Thursday, Trump came out and said he's slapping Mexico with tariffs until they pay for some kind of immigration policy, some kind of they fix the wall or something. He didn't even say what, but he wants them to pay. He wants them to pay for all the immigrants that we're taking in and everything like that. And the stock market collapsed based on that, pretty much. Not fully, but it was down. And then today, yesterday or something, I saw a lot of news that the Fed came out. Of course, they said that they're there, ready to help prop up the market if trade tensions with China and Mexico aren't going well. And I mean that's just playing right into. I mean it's making the Fed. Trump made the Fed's job so easy. Trump made the Fed's job so easy. I mean it's the weirdest back and forth that they're doing. I mean Trump says something, and it's like well the Fed's independent and they're not really listening to what's going on, but the markets are kind of based off of what Trump like. The markets are kind of playing to Trump's tune. So, mm, I think that Trump made these trade this trade tension put pressure on this trade tension in order to force the Fed to act a little bit quicker. It's just a theory, but it's a theory I've heard from a few talking heads online, and I mean I think it's a pretty good theory. I know that they probably, I don't know if they, I don't know how much bullshit it actually is. Like, I really don't know if they really believe that the economy is doing well or not. And they're just like, this whole charade, this whole game. I don't really know how bad it is. How big the lies actually are. I'm pretty sure it's a pretty big fucking lie. Pretty sure it's a pretty crazy lie. Um, and I know, a lot of people are still buying real estate, not realizing that we might have already started a bear market. I mean, in real estate, we probably started a bear market last year already, like maybe even a little bit before that. From what I hear, things were popping a couple of years ago. Like everything was flying. I've been here a year and a half, and it's been a grind, and it's not like it's not super easy. It's not. You know what though? Not even that. I just know in 2000, I think, what did I hear? In 2015, maybe a little bit before then even, like you could get a three bed for 1,500. Like you get like some decent priced stuff. And I'm just saying a lot of people are taking out mortgages based on these prices. That's what it's based off of, and everything is just crazy inflated right now. People can't. The locals here, it makes trouble for the locals. They can't afford to rent. They can't afford to buy. There's a lot of pressure on the local people here. It's really been decent for the transplants who come. It's pretty much a big college town now. I mean, Brooklyn is like it's just all transplants from all over the place. Maybe that's just how New York is in general. I mean, people come from all over the world here. So whether you're transplanted from, some other place in Milwaukee or wherever, or you're transplanted from China or, South America, or wherever you're from. I mean, it's just a mishmash. But a lot of the old timers and stuff, I mean, it's good for, I think it's good for some people. They made away with a lot of money. Um, if you're selling right now, I think it's still a good time to sell. Who knows, if prices do end up falling, if, how bad the fall is going to be and how long it's going to stay down there. So, I mean, I can't see the demand for like Brooklyn real estate like dropping like crazy, crazy, but there is a ton of inventory on the market, and if for some reason like if there is a market collapse and everybody goes home or everybody just can't pay these crazy high rents, like people are going to start moving to a place where it's cheaper. Um, and a lot of foreclosures are going to happen. There's going to just be a lot of just nonsense. A lot of people don't expect Brooklyn to never go back to the way Brooklyn was. Everybody thinks Brooklyn's going to go back to, uh, or at least it's in its golden age right now, should I say? So it's hard to. I mean, Amazon was coming, but that's done. The L train's still up. That's great. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's hard to imagine something coming now. I don't know. De Blasio ain't got anything left up his sleeve, I don't think. So, mm. Anyway, I think that's enough for now. Just wanted to speak my mind on a couple of things that have been going on. Um, Let me know what you think. Uh, like, comment, subscribe. I put a lot of my video tours up. I'm gonna put this up on my YouTube channel. I put a lot of video tours up on my YouTube channel. That's mainly what I do. Um, but I wanted to just maybe you can find some value from this. Um, and if the thing about my video tours too is that they're not always the most up to date. Sometimes, uh, the property will rent for cheaper than the initial price that I'll put up because the landlord will tell me a high price to begin with and then we'll drop it down. So it's not a super great way to see, but I mean, at least you can get an idea of what some of these apartments look like, around general, price that they're asking for. And if you're planning on moving to Brooklyn, you have any questions regarding, what the upfront cost might be like or anything like that, definitely reach out to me. Maybe I can help you. But yeah, this is Agent Jeff Thomas signing out. Have a great week, everybody, and I hope that you got something out of this video, maybe a little bit. I hope I hope you're preparing yourself just in case something bad does happen. Not to discourage people from getting into real estate right now, but investing in real estate right now. That's a little bit like it's got to make sense. You know what I mean? It's got to make a lot of sense. So I know it's hard for the investors right now. They're calling me every day asking me for a flip, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what I got right now. Um, anyway, peace.